One thing I've noticed is that a lot of organizations are very confused about how or whether they should be using AI or should be allowing people to use AI as part of the HR processes. I see really conflicting messages where people are expressing a desire to embrace it and to use it and to encourage people to use it. But then when I talk to them, it's actually they get very worried that people are going to do that and they want to minimize it as much as they can. There's a sort of public opinion and then there's their actual opinion on the topic. Now, we're of the opinion that particularly in a selection assessment setting, which is obviously the most high stakes environment that this could be used, you don't want to encourage it. Shouldn't be using it. And if an assessment method is so vulnerable to it, you should drop it. So for example, CVs and application forms. There is nothing you can do anymore to stop people using AI to write those. You can't detect it, you can't track it. They have to be really lazy for you to identify it. Okay, for every one that you see that you think is probably handwritten, it's not. It was obviously either written entirely or curated by AI. And certainly all of the ones that you thought were, definitely were. That assessment method is finished. There's no need to ask people for it anymore. My recommendation is just drop that mode of assessment. Now, when it comes to more useful things that are much more predictive of performance in the workplace, like, say, ability tests or interviews, you need to do everything you can to stop people using AI in this context. Now, the reason is that there is a very big difference between using AI and being skilled in AI. Okay, a lot of people use sort of mental gymnastics and think, well, in the role they're going to be able to use ChatGPT, we should let them do it for the assessment. You should see how easy it is. You literally take a print screen, you upload it, you don't have a single prompt, there's no prompt engineering whatsoever, it will just give you the answer. Okay, zero skill with ChatGPT. It is not indicative of their skill with ChatGPT. Okay, consequently, you just don't want to allow them to do it. You need to build in protections that stop people or use assessments where that's not a huge advantage. It would be nice if you could embrace it, and believe me, assessment providers are thinking very carefully about how you could have an AI-enabled assessment where you use it like a calculator, but the reality is it just outsources the hard work to the machine, okay? And it doesn't require any effort or any real expertise in this area to do that. So either drop the method of assessment, particularly with written content, because that is finished. And with everything else, assessments and interviews, do your best to minimize the impact of AI. And reality is the candidates know that they're not allowed to do it. The vast majority of them won't. Most people are honest. Most people just don't want to get caught. And they would rather just do things by the book. That is the best way. Just be upfront about it.